Hey guys, it's Nick with Chestnut Hill Farmstead. We got a little project going today. We are going to home butcher a hog. We've got a special instructor here for this. Garet with Glory Farms. You can find Glory Farms on Instagram. He's going to teach us how to do a home style butcher on this hog.
Hey guys, thanks for having us here today at the farm. So today we're going to do a home butchered hog. I've already looked at the meat a little bit and it's actually beautiful, beautiful meat. So I'm actually looking forward to doing this. So I am from Glory Farms. You can find us on Instagram at gloryfarms.al. You can kind of follow us there and see some of the butchering that we do. We do lamb and pig and pretty much anything else. On our farm we have a wide range of chickens and pigs and cows, and we have some goats running around. But today it's all about butchering. And this video is kind of going to be a little bit different than some butchering videos that you see because this is home style butchering. It's with no power tools, it's all by hand, and it's actually cut specifically for the family's needs. You go to a big processing place, they're going to have specific cuts of meat that you do, and that's pretty much all you get. But today, we're going to be able to custom cut every piece that we want to do. So that's what we're going to do today. And so, first thing I do is take this leaf lard off.
Leaf lard.
Leaf lard.
So this is the stuff, like the charcuterie stuff.
Yeah.
So all your, like if you want to make lard for pies, this would be it.
Oh.
Sorry.
You're fine.
So you'll see it's going to peel off nice and pretty.
Oh, wow. Does it peel good because it's cold?
Yeah. And because it's leaf lard.
Okay. Just the type of...
That's just beautiful.
Wow.
So leaf lard is the lard that handles the organs.
Okay.
Right? So that's why it's the least piggy flavor.
Look how white that is.
It's beautiful white.
It is.
And even if you cut into it, you can feel how just milky it is. Look at that.
Wow.
Look how milky that fat. That is just beautiful fat.
That's great.
And so what we'll do is you can trim some of this fat off, or some of this red stuff off, but when the way I'm going to teach you how to do lard, you don't have to do that with this, because we'll purify it. That's what we'll do. We'll go through a couple processes of cutting it up. And so this is a leaf lard, and you want to kind of keep that separate from all the other lard.
So what gives it that really pretty color and consistency?
So it's not around any meat that's working. So
okay, so
the
it's
leaf
not
lard,
constantly being.
yeah, so the leaf lard holds the kidneys, the lungs, the liver, all the innards, right?
Okay.
And so it's not actually working and being around most of the whole all the time. It's protecting things, right? And that's why it's so. I mean, smell. There's no smell. It's neutral.
Yeah, smell that.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Right. That's what you want for like pies and stuff.
Yeah.
Tenderloin is so tender. You can actually just kind of with your thumb just break this piece off here. Right. So just kind of slowly peel away. Just kind of get your hands wrapped around that tenderloin. See how that bone's coming out clean? That means we're getting close enough. We're going to get back here. So there's a choice we have to make. This is the sirloin right here. And do you want to cut the tenderloin flush right here? That's what I would recommend, because you get a nice little fat head. If you come in the sirloin, you're not going to get that.
No,
that big old fat head. Fine.
What you think, Farmer Rhett?
So you see that bone right here?
Yeah.
That's the tailbone. Going that way. And you just come straight with it. Just like that. But basically, it's so tender, you can just peel off the fat like that.
Wow.
And so there's a couple of different ways you can cut this tenderloin up. Look how pretty that is. That is just beautiful meat. So we can cut it up in little medallions, or you can just leave it like that and leave it as a whole, like a smoking joint.
I would leave it whole.
And then it's good eating.
Yeah.
We got to break this piece off here, this sirloin tip, and we're going to join it. So what we're going to do is, so we've taken off the tenderloin, we've taken off the skirt steak, and you have your bacon slab right here. Okay? And I'll show you how we get the bacon out of this in just a second.
Everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the sirloin off. It's got the H bone in it. And so you see the curve of the spine. So you have the spine and then it curves out. Mm-hmm. You can cut it long or you can cut it short. Cutting it short means you cut it right at this joint here. Or you can cut it long and go to this joint here. Mm-hmm. And what cutting it long does is it gives you two more steaks.
Okay.
Cutting it short, we still get the steaks just what it is. So you choose.
Let's go long.
You want to go long here?
Sure.
Okay. So you cut right through that joint. Like that. And then you make your cut. Try to make it as straight as possible. So you come through here like that. Okay. And I want to use the animal weight to break it off.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that can go back in the cooler for right now. We ain't gonna play with that.
And what is that piece called?
That's a sirloin.
A sirloin.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is just beautiful. So what you'll get out of this, and we'll see a little bit better in a minute, but you'll get some beautiful big steaks here. Once you get this H bone out, beautiful steaks there, and just beautiful cutlets right there. Take some of that fat cap off like that, and just talk about pan fried, real thin cut. You can even make what's that? German
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So now, what we want to get, every butcher's favorite, every family's favorite, is the bacon. So your bacon sits. What you want to do is you want to line your saw up right here, and you're going to draw a line straight back like that. Okay. And so I'll do this first one, then we'll do the second one. So you line. See the over there? Just line it and you draw straight back. You're going to go in and I'll cut it underneath. Right? Okay. So then I'll cut this all the way back to the.
Oh, look at that.
Y'all are going to have some beautiful bacon with it. And so with the saw, this is the side that's kind of not fun because it's so long. But you just kind of let the saw do the work like any other saw. And then you cut through the bones. Okay, so you hear how it changed pitch?
Yeah.
Stop. Because this will rip meat apart and ruin the meat.
Okay.
This is the first cut was nice. So exciting.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. All right, that can go back into the cooler right now. I'll work on the bacon. This is your St. Louis style ribs right here, which are my favorite.
They're what now?
St. Louis style ribs.
Okay.
Can you grab me that white rag over there, please? I was getting the bone dust off.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. So what we don't want on the bacon is the ribs, obviously, but you kind of see, it's hard to see sometimes. There's a little arc right here. As you run your finger down,
yeah, you see it.
You feel those little nub bones that you always hate with the St. Louis style ribs, right? So we're just going to take a quick cut, real shallow, like that, and then we're going to take our knife and bone this out. You want to stay as close to the bone as you can. So there's your St. Louis style ribs right there. I'll trim it off. And you can take that membrane off now, or you can take it off later. I don't typically take it off now just because you got so much other stuff going on. But you see that membrane? Mm-hmm. Just like any other rib.
Yeah, you have to take that off ribs every time anyway.
Right. Ribs. There's your bacon.
Bacon!
Oh. The cross section. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So there's your. Some people will take this off right here, which I recommend, just because this piece right here, when you hear it, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And so you're going to cut it.
See a little void there in the middle.
You can see where it gets real fat, and then it just kind of stops. See where this comes in?
Right
there. Make that cut. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll square this off to make it pretty.
and that'll just go in the grind.
Yep. So, the butcher I learned from is on YouTube actually, and he's real picky. But look at that. That's what your bacon's gonna look like.
Okay. Okay.
That's some good looking bacon.
That's gonna be some good bacon right there. So that's gonna go in your grind.
I absolutely cannot wait.
I mean, that's gonna be. I'm telling you right now, that is gonna be some tasty, tasty bacon. So we'll put that for your grind, and there's your bacon slab. Of course, you can make it as pretty as you want. Some people are real picky about it. Some people aren't. It's up to y'all. But that's your bacon slab.
Awesome. Love it.
So, on this side, I would take off this really huge cap. There's no reason for it. There's your bacon. Bacon. So with this is all going to be, you can make, there's a couple different things you can do with this. Slice it, let's see. I'll do it before.
So what is this called?
Ooh, sorry. This is just part of the belly.
Okay.
And so because of this void right here, you see this little void?
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to make bacon out of that. But you can slice it like that. Stir fry, pan fry. Anytime you want to make a sandwich or something like that.
That's right. That's still pretty. Kebabs.
Yep. If you want to do kebab, you cut a little bit thicker like that.
I could see you doing lots of stuff with that.
This hate fun. This is not fun at all. But we'll get through it. So what I want to do, there's the backbone, there's that hip bone. The hip bone is not fun because it's the funkiest, fantastic bone that you can possibly get.
Right.
So close that passage in there. See how this exposing the bone?
I don't know how well they're going to be able to hear all this rain, but we're just going to go with it.
Yeah.
I can do a voiceover later on. See, I'm into that hip joint right there.
So you follow the natural curve of the...
Following the natural curve of the bone. So it kind of comes down through here. And so we'll separate. And this all is beautiful, man. But you normally can't do that.
I really think that some of the advantage is that we took longer to grow these out. We did not bulk feed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that gives them that natural.
So
We intentionally...
our idea was basically like a chicken. If we grew them out longer, they're going to develop better flavor.
Right.
And I had an old farmer tell me that, hey, if you want good flavor out of it, it's going to cost you more, but feed it slow.
That's right.
And that's what we did.
Uh-huh. Never grown them out before, but we did that intentionally.
Well, if you're raising them for slaughter, you're going to feed them to get them to weight as quick as possible. And Garet had already told me that's how he grows his out. It's
Slow.
taking the time and
Low and slow, because I mean, I'm feeding my family. If I'm not feeding my family, I'm feeding a family like yours,
Right.
who I care about, and I want to have good meat.
Right.
Because this meat, there's no comparison. There isn't to store-bought meat. You will not see pork in a store that looks like that.
Right.
It's red and beautiful like that.
Yeah.
It's always that blonde, bleached looking
that's right.
stuff that, yeah, it'll sustain you, but
The
I want
same
to
as
enjoy
store-bought
myself.
eggs with pale yellow yolks. It's
That's right.
the same thing.
So I'm just following the curve. Most butchers will probably freak out when I'm doing this because I'm cutting toward myself, but it is what it is.
Well,
So now
our thing is quality. You know, we're not trying to pump out a bunch of animals for the quantity.
Well, anybody I'm feeding, I know.
Right.
I know them.
And they're going to
Okay.
base their experience on...
Well, you fed them before, you know?
Right.
And so every time I was given a soul pork, why? And they're like, we've never tasted anything like that before. And so unless you get it from me again, you won't taste it again.
Well, I'll be glad to say that.
Right here, you find your natural seam like that. And it's going to come all the way back to about here. There it is. Just natural steam?
Just pull it. Yep.
So we'll set that off to the side for a second. Set this perfect. We're going to take this fat cap off. It's just too much.
It is a lot of fat.
Too much fat. But, again, we won't let anything go to waste. So let's give you...
That's steaks right there.
Beautiful steaks.
All right, Zoe.
Woo!
This is where you get all your pork chops, your loin chops, all the good stuff.
Except for that bacon.
So, fair enough.
No, I'm not forgetting the bacon.
So let's go ahead and take this cap off because it's so thick. I don't want to.
Just kind of follow that line all the way, or go a little.
So I would go just.
Well, I do feed them well.
Well, I'm not complaining. This is beautiful. Slice that.
Looks good.
It all eat the same. So this is all going to be lard.
Lard. So we can use that instead of using vegetable oil for frying.
Absolutely.
For frying and all.
I mean, think back in the day, they didn't have all these horrible seed oils
That's
that
right.
we have nowadays. That the government has convinced people
Are the best things for you.
Or the best thing for you. This right here. So the pig is the only animal, well not the only animal, but other than humans that absorbs vitamin D into its fat. So that's why pig fat is so healthy for us.
That is good information right there.
It is. So what is this cut?
This is going to be. Let me face it towards there so you can see it. These are going to be all your pork chops. We can do bone-in pork chops or boneless pork chops, y'all's call. And then right here is your loin section. So you see the ribs come all the way down, and then you can kind of feel.
You can kind of see.
Right there is that last rib. Once that last rib cut stops,
Right there.
we're going to cut right in line with that joint right there. We're going to take that joint and point right at that bone, so all the way through here, and pull that over. Then we'll bone this out, and then we'll make loin chops.
Okay.
So we're going to aim, I'm going to put right on where the joint's at. This is right here. And my knife right down there. Get my cut. All the way there. You've got a strong enough knife.
So we're going to use the weight of the...
So use the weight of the animal to get it to
Pop it loose.
pop it loose.
Look at me understanding this. There it is.
Try to use that saw as little as possible.
Right.
So we see how when I stood it up, the bone stuck out. Follow that in a little bit, break that loose. Stay right up against that bone. The beautiful thing about butchering is you really can't mess up. If you mess this joint up or whatever, on your own anyway. Now, naturally, if you were paying me, I would be a lot more comfortable, and I'm talking about like general public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to be a lot more comfortable. That's why.
If you were having to put it in a display case.
Right. There you go.
Well, butchering comes down to a lot of just following the natural curves of the animal, right?
So let's face it up first. We'll look at this nice straight cut here. Just to give you an idea of how beautiful.
That is pretty.
Y'all, that's some beautiful meat.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
See how fulfilling it is?
Well, I like buying meat from farms anyway,
Yeah.
because I know where it came from.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Smithfield plant owned by China.
Right. That little piece of meat like that here, we got these 6 beautiful steaks in it.
That's right.
But growing it yourself, I know every bite that animal took.
That's right. 'Cause we fed it to them.
I know what kind of water it drank, how much love you gave it.
I know everything that went into that animal. That animal was born on my farm.
That's right. So we have to do what they call chining the bone. So this right here, that is the main piece of the backbone, right? So we have to cut that off to be able to get the bone out of here. So we get our trusty bone saw in here, and this is like I said, this is not the fun part. So this is actually pretty damn hard to do, or can do. And basically you just take it, follow the bones all the way down. So, look at all the bone dust off of here. You can buy a bone dust scraper, and I have one at the house, but like my cooler, I forgot it. So, but basically, wipe all that bone dust off of there.
Well, we typically, when we buy meat, we rinse it off anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be rinsed for a bit anyway. That's the problem going to a processor. A lot of times when you get it back, you've got all the bone dust and stuff in there. And I really don't like that.
So now, you go thick cut or thin cut. This.
So with this, we're just going into the bone. Stop.
Yeah.
Woo, look at that.
How about that sucker going on the grill?
Man, oh man. Nick, hold one up to the camera. Woo.
Hammer Jealous.
I'm very proud of the way our hogs have turned out.
Yeah.
This is I've cut up lots and lots of pigs, and this is a very pretty pig. As far as meat goes. But again, in the grocery stores, you're not going to have this marbling.
No.
You're not going to have this beautiful inner muscle marbling like that. And all that's going to do is just make it more and more flavorful.
Right.
For your family. So that's your shot right there.
That better? That got you a better view?
So this would be the head right here.
I'm just trying to get an idea. So the head is there. So this is right behind the head.
Right behind the head.
This is his left front leg quarter.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
This is where that joint's going to be at. So we're going to take that cut straight across here, and that's going to be your ham hock, beans, slow roasting joint.
Absolutely.
All that.
Ham hock.
Ham hock.
Some pretty red meat too.
Oh yeah.
See that,
Look
Zoe?
at this guy.
Yeah, when did you see him here? Wow,
Look
yeah.
how pretty that is.
So that's what I missed the joint. Just by that much. Right there.
Yeah.
So this will be a good roasting joint. So what we're going to do, you can kind of see the curve of the head. We're going to take this right through here and separate this shoulder. Okay? So then you'll have your Boston butt and you'll have your picnic over here. I think I'm right. Put that back in the piece. That's your picnic.
Yeah, this is just deboning.
Yeah, just deboning it, nothing special on this one. Just getting these. Well, this one is that Boston butt everybody talks about that uses pulled pork.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I mean, you're going boneless anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead and do it up front.
Go ahead and do it up front.
Y'all, I mean, it's the same thing I do. Because again, I'll have a family when everybody's around. Like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So later on, you can come in here and
trim that out.
Trim that out.
Yeah.
You know. So for some people, what I'm doing is sacrilege because I'm cutting out the picnic of the butt that everybody roasts.
Yeah.
But again, for families like our size, we just don't need a beautiful roasting joint right there.
That's something that we can use.
And we can tie it up if you want. You can cut it into steaks if you want, like real thin steaks if you want. It's just up to you. So this is just typical deboning. You just kind of follow it until, and with any other shoulder blade, you're going to have that center spot. That's kind of thrust it in there now. So, come back through here. Real simply, like, get that piece of meat out of there. Because again, we want as little as to go to waste as possible.
Yeah, that's deep down there.
Yeah.
In these two coolers, we have a whole hog, vacuum sealed and ready to go in the freezer. And that is thanks to Garet here from Glory Farms. He's taught us a lot. I hope I remember about half of it. But I tell you what, it is a proud moment to see pork that was born and raised on your farm ready to go to your table. Garet, what'd you think?
I thought, man, this experience was awesome. Thank you very much for having me. It was it's always fun to teach and get other people interested into the butchering process and see kind of the learning process, because it's a little bit different when you're cutting your own hog up. It's like, whoa, where am I at? So, because the pig that you're cutting up doesn't look like what it looks like in the store.
No.
And so you got to get to that point. But it was a pleasure being here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
And I appreciate it. Thank you for teaching me.
Absolutely.
Y'all go check out Glory Farms on Instagram. So we're going to get all this loaded up, get packed up, get cleaned up, head home, and we're going to lay out everything and show you the yield off of one hog, farm raised, farm butchered. So this is the results of our farm butchering day. You can see some beautiful pearl white leaf lard, ribs. Guys, this is a pork brisket, something that you won't see in the grocery store, but it is part of that pig, and that's something we learned this week, is another cut that we can add to the table. Well, look at those pork chops. This is the result of our farm butchering. All right, guys, we're going to get all this put in the freezer. We appreciate you being with us, and we hope you'll hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Chestnut Hills Farmstead.